We are learning more about two new cyber attacks that have targeted U.S. infrastructure. New York City's Metro Transit Authority and a Massachusetts ferry service both say their systems were recently compromised by hackers. This follows Monday's attacks on the world's largest meat processing company, JBS USA. The latest wave of cyber attacks comes less than a month after U.S. Colonial Pipeline fell victim to a Russian ransomware attack. The Biden administration is urging private companies to improve their security efforts in response to these new threats. The National Security Council says companies should be prepared to safeguard their offices in addition to their data. CBS News Chief Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues has more.
Less than 2 weeks from a summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin, the White House says that all retaliatory options are on the table.
Mr. President, will you retaliate against Russia for this latest ransomware attack?
We're looking closely at that issue.
Meat processing company JBS is trying to get fully up and running after the cyber attack, which the FBI attributed to a Russia-linked ransomware operation known as REvil. The FBI says agents are working diligently to bring the threat actors to justice. The hack follows the ransomware attack last month on Colonial Pipeline, which led to the shutdown of the largest U.S. fuel pipeline and sparked panic buying at gas stations. Another ransomware attack Wednesday hit Massachusetts Steamship Authority, which runs ferries to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. And the New York subway system confirmed that it suffered a cyber attack in April. The New York Times reports the hack was linked to Chinese hackers, but the damage was contained.
There's really no preferred sector or segment of the economy of these ransomware actors.
Chris Krebs is the former director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. What is happening in the world that U.S. companies, U.S. government entities are such popular targets for these hackers?
You know, the unfortunate reality is that ransomware is a business and business is good. And until we can disrupt the profitability of the ransomware business model, these events are going to continue to happen.
REvil, the prime suspect in the JBS attack, is believed to have stolen upwards of hundreds of millions of dollars over the last few years. JBS expects to resume production at all of its U.S. facilities. Jeff Pegues, CBS News, Washington.
Joining me now for more on this is CBSN technology reporter Dan Patterson. Hi, Dan. So as we're learning, the FBI says the Russian hacker group REvil is responsible for the Monday ransomware attack on JBS. What more do we know about them? Do they appear to be associated with the Russian government, or are they a rogue hacker organization just out to make money for themselves? And what more can you tell us about this attack?
Hi, Tanya. It's good to see you. So REvil are yet another organized cybercrime group that specialize in using ransomware. And yeah, it's likely they originate in Russia. Look, it's not like we have documents, at least in the public sphere, linking Putin's government with groups like REvil and others. It's more as though they are tolerated and sometimes encouraged to exist. And look, they have been linked to a number of pretty serious ransomware attacks, including they've targeted the company Acer, the computer manufacturer Acer, Apple Computer, and their MO is also pretty familiar. They use kind of customized, slightly customized, not terribly sophisticated, but customized strains of ransomware to lock up computers. They exfiltrate data and then extort these companies for cash in cryptocurrency. They threaten to release this information, as they did with alleged Apple designs that they stole, and they will launch attacks against the companies. It is kind of an organized, subversive activity. JBS is coming back online. We don't know if they've paid the ransom or not, but there is, like Chris Krebs said, a lot of motive because there's a lot of money.
Right. Yeah, that was interesting hearing him say business is good, right? So, Dan, a group of Chinese hackers is suspected of breaching New York City's Metro Transit Authority in April. What do you think the motivation could be there for those Chinese hackers? No valuable information is believed to have been stolen. We know, the MTA doesn't have millions of dollars in Bitcoin lying around to give to hackers. So, what do you think? What do you think was the motivation there?
The MTA was likely targeted because they perform a critical function, a lot like the reasons that hospitals, police departments, government functions, and even the oil pipeline and meat processing hacks. Look, they perform a critical function. The stakes are really high for them. So it means that they have to either deal with the consequences of an attack like this, which could cost them millions of dollars, or pay extortionists. Now, what the MTA says is that this attack was not preventable, but their cyber defenses that they had pre-installed helped prevent this attack from spreading, and in fact, prevented these Chinese hackers or Chinese state hackers, alleged Chinese state hackers, from exfiltrating or getting anything useful. But you can imagine, Tanya, that look, there are countless digital vulnerabilities, and if you're a threat actor, a hacker, you might as well attack a company or an organization like the MTA, because why not?
Dan, they seem to be coming, fast and furious, these cyber attacks now. And many cybersecurity experts are now saying it's not a matter of if a company, school, or hospital will be targeted, but when. That's a pretty dire sort of diagnosis there. What is the recommendation? What preventative measures are being taken to stop this recent spike in cybercrime?
Yeah, when I talk to cybersecurity experts, those who defend both businesses and governments, they almost universally tell me the same thing. Hacking is the new normal. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. So you should plan for a cyber attack now. In part, that requires or may require insurance to help pay. I don't know that anybody advises paying, but a lot of companies end up doing that anyway. And the best you can do is to try to mitigate an attack. So one thing everybody says is to patch and update all of your systems. A lot of hospitals and police departments have kind of older, outdated computer systems because it's hard to update, because they're critical. Lives literally depend on it. However, if at all possible, update your hardware and your software systems. Always watch out for phishing, because even these kind of low-tech hacks like phishing can yield large breaches. So always watch out for phishing. Turn on two-factor authentication whenever and wherever possible. Encrypt the crown jewels. Look, if you run a company or an organization, make sure that maybe like we saw in the case of the MTA, you have customer data separated and encrypted. There are so many other things that you can and probably should do, but the number one thing is to prepare for an attack before it happens and try to mitigate the fallout, because once again, hacking is the new normal.
All right, so we've been warned. Dan Patterson, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
It's good to see you.